Okay, right, here we are. So here we are with the Back in Charge Blueprint Client Success Story with Michael Kelly. Now, before we get into it, we're just going to be talking about Michael's journey through the Back in Charge Blueprint, why he decided to get involved, how he found it, and also what he gained. But please, for anyone that is watching, if you could just let us know you are watching, just say hi in the comments. Also, if you've got any questions that you would like to ask myself or Michael about the program or about his experiences of the program, please just put them in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer them whilst we're here. But if not, we will definitely catch up with those afterwards. So over to you, Michael. But if you could just introduce yourself, like who are you, where you're from, and what do you do?
Hi, Adam. Michael Kelly is my name. I'm 47, from a county called Roscommon originally, but I've been living in County Kildare for the last 20 years. Married 20 years in November. Wife, 2 kids, 17 and 16. So life is great. Life is busy. I'm a sales director with a company called ETAG. So busy life, busy work life, busy outside of work with the kids in sports and multiple facets, and struggle to make time for me. I suppose that was the part of the reason for joining the program. Life is so busy, you get caught up in so many different things that you forget about you at times. So that's me. That's who I am. Played a lot of sport when I was younger. Aches and pains all over the body, which catches up on you in time. But delighted to have found each other, to have joined the program, and really, I'm delighted to be able to do this. So thanks for the opportunity.
Nice. So I remember when you first messaged me on LinkedIn, it was because we connected on LinkedIn. I remember you sent me a message. Now, you was currently going away on holiday, weren't you?
Yeah.
Before you were starting your new position at work, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Now, if you rewind back to then, like what was what was what made you reach out in the first place?
A couple of things. I mean, I always trained hard, but I like food. I like a nice glass of wine or a nice pint of Guinness. But I could never get the balance right. And as a child, a younger child, I was overweight, and I think that always stays with you. Right? I think that there's always anybody that I know that has the overweight as a child. They always struggle with their weight as they get older. So for me, it was really about pressing the reset button. I pressed the reset button professionally. Okay, it was now time to press the reset button personally, and I go through phases where you'd be flat out in terms of training. You might watch what you eat for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you're back to square one. So it was about getting the balance right, and getting into the right habits and maintaining those habits. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy in myself, so that was another part. And if you're not happy in yourself, how can you make people around you happy? So that was a big part.
That's it. And also, you were just like we said, you was just about to start a new role, weren't you, with ETAG? So it's not just like a general role. Like you said, it was a busy, it's a busy, full-on role. So for a lot of people, that could have been like a block for you not to do anything. Be like, I'll sort this out later. Put this on the back. I'm going to put this on the back burner now, and we'll deal with that later. But that's what I admired about you was, no, I'm going to change my work, and I'm going to do this at the same time.
Yep.
Which is something that I really did admire when we first spoke. Now, when we first spoke, and you decided to jump, you decided to make that decision and join the Back in Charge Blueprint and get started. Did you have any apprehensions at all?
Anytime you start something new, of course there is. But I think, to be fair, when we first spoke, you were very, very clear about what the program is and what it isn't. So, it's not a quick fix. It's not a diet. It's not a military training, camp. Okay, it's about building good habits, and without sounding cheesy or corny, it is about taking back control and getting back in charge of yourself, your body, your life, everything. And that's probably the one thing. We've done a load of stuff in the last 12 weeks, but there's certain nuggets that I take in terms of habits that are just second nature to me now. And when I have my kids, my wife, actually met somebody last Friday for a coffee, who I hadn't seen since I joined the program, and he just couldn't get over the difference. Not I've lost weight, but not in terms of the weight loss, just in terms of I don't see him as pressurized. I don't see him as under pressure, and that kind of, and not somebody that I would have a close relationship with. But I said, oh, do you know what? Okay, that's, if nothing else, that has worked. But it's just, yeah. What the big thing for me was, I wasn't apprehensive. Obviously, you join a program like this, you put a lot of faith in you. Okay, but then we put in the investment and the time. Then as a participant, we got to step up and
do the work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. Like, we give you the framework.
Yeah.
And now it's like for you to actually do the work and colour it into how you want it to look personally for you.
Totally.
So yeah, nice. That's really, that's a great win. Having someone that you don't really know being like, you seem different, like you seem more calm, and
yeah.
That's good, right? So that is a massive win. Like you say, it's not just about the weight loss; it's about all of that as well. So yeah, nice. Now, in your time in the program, like how was the program for you? The initial 12 weeks. How was that for you? Like, what did you enjoy? Like, what did you like about the program? And and then what did you find tricky? And then how did we overcome that for you?
I enjoyed after a while, I enjoyed the interaction on the calls. I found I was kind of closed on the first couple of calls because you're on calls with people that you don't know, and
which is understandable why you would feel a bit like that, wouldn't it? But then,
but in order to get the most out of the calls, you got to open up. Okay, and to be fair, I found that useful. I found that helpful. I enjoyed watching the videos, believe it or believe it not, every Sunday or every Monday when they came in. And I didn't do every task, but I tried every task. But the ones I really, the different habits that you build in, our morning routines or evening routines, they're the ones that stuck with me the most. I don't think there's anything that I would take back, because you got to have all that there, because people will take different pieces that suits them. And the biggest compliment I can give it is, there's probably 5 or 6 that I just do second nature now, whether that's morning, afternoon, the water one is great, because actually it's funny when you're so used to consuming, whether it's 2.5 or 3 liters of water every day. When you go through a day where you haven't done that, you can actually feel the difference. You can feel the difference. It's amazing. So
what difference did you feel? Just so people watching this that don't necessarily drink a lot of water, they're like, well, what's the benefits of drinking water? Like for you drinking that amount of water and then not drinking it, like what differences have you felt?
Hungrier on the days where I didn't drink enough water, more prone to snacking. more lethargic, even though I don't feel, I'd say, I don't feel lethargic at all now, but it's certainly, if you're counting your energy levels from 1 to 10, the days where your water consumption isn't what it should be, you're probably at a 6, right? So it's just little things like that is just incredible. Your complexion, skin isn't dry, just stuff that you already know because everybody will read about this, but it's not until you're actually doing it for a sustained period of time that the penny drops. Say, you know what, that does actually work. That is, you know,
Yeah,
it is it. You know.
that's it. That's it. Nice, nice. So they're the little habits that you've enjoyed doing it, and then also. So how did you? What like? Did you have any hiccups during your time?
Yeah, I think week three. I think week three. I sent you a message. I said, "What in the name of God is going on here? I've done everything to the letter of the law, and I think I'd actually put on a couple of pounds. I thought, what this is?" But to be fair, we spoke. A couple of little tweaks from a nutrition point of view, and we were back on track again. That wasn't. I didn't. I had a lot of stuff going on. We'd a couple of weddings, we'd some functions, we did some business stuff. So it wasn't about being on a diet. It was about being sensible with what you ate, what you drank, your activity levels, and don't beat yourself up if you're going out for a nice meal and you have a couple of drinks and you're not calorie counting. Okay, because to be fair, the program isn't about calorie counting. Okay, we measure it and we watch that in the different phases of the program. But that was a great thing for me. And I was more than happy with that because I could see the results, even though, just funny, you mightn't have seen the result in terms of actual dramatic weight drop, but in terms of the specific body measurements that we were taking, you could see that every week, every 2 weeks, and that to me was the real momentum change or momentum swing. So yeah, it was. There's always hiccups. Jesus, do I need to do this or do I need to do that? But you know what? Yes, I do. I want. But it wasn't even. It wasn't a chore. Nothing was a chore. Which 12 weeks is a long time, right? So for me, I don't have a great attention span. So sticking with something for 12 weeks is a plus for me.
That's it. That's it. So the big question is so you say sticking to something for 12 weeks has been for some people is a chore, and it's tricky. But you said that's how you felt in the past as well. But with the Back in Charge blueprint is that we're not just there for 12 weeks. The aim of the Back in Charge blueprint is to give you the tools so then for the sustainability long term, so you can keep the weight off, or for the guys that want to keep losing weight, they've still got the tools to do so. So would you say that with what you're doing now is sustainable long term?
Absolutely. Because I'm doing stuff daily that I've only picked up from the program. That to me now is just second nature. Getting up in the morning, having my pint of water with all our little good bits in it, rather than going straight for a mug of coffee. Right, sounds very simple, okay, but that's a go-to. Even something, I love a coffee, but my caffeine intake has dropped dramatically. That's been replaced with whether that's a cup of black tea in the afternoon or water. There is no caffeine after lunchtime, which is a monstrous change for me. Now people might say, well, that's no big deal. Well, it is if you're drinking a lot of caffeine. Okay. And I think I mentioned to you at the start when one of our first conversations, that I wasn't sleeping well. I could be go to bed exhausted at 10:30, and then you're awake at 1:30 looking at the ceiling. Well, what's going on here? That doesn't happen. And to be fair, hasn't happened from week one of being on the program.
Look at that,
and
right?
I can put that down to a couple of things. Obviously, emotionally, psychologically in a better place, physically in a better place, but also, more active. Well, I was always active, but not active in the right way. Food, hydration is right, and they all lead in. So that for me is if nothing else, even if I didn't lose any weight or didn't lose any measurements, the fact that I can have a full night's unbroken sleep was success in itself.
That's great. Really, really good. Really, really good to
And
hear.
I think sometimes people totally underestimate the importance of a good night's sleep.
That's it, right? That's it. A lot of people wear it as a badge of honor, don't they? They feel that they should be tired, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's fine. I'm just going to soldier through with caffeine. Yet the caffeine then feeds it. And then, this is the thing as well with sleep deprivation and also obesity. There's a real strong correlation with it. There's a really strong correlation with that. So, I'm pleased that, that you are sleeping better because you're then making better decisions, probably feeling a lot fitter, healthier, quicker, more, more productive. So that's really, really good. Really, really good, Michael. Nice. So we know that your sleep's improved. Tell us, what have been the wins for you in the program? Like, what has been the outcome for the program for you?
Um, Obviously, I've lost weight.
How much weight you lost?
Up until Friday, I think I've lost over 10 kg, week 10.1. All the various measurements that we're taking. I mean, I'm just looking at them here. 4 centimeters off my chest, 4.5 off my waist, which you there to yourself, that's a lot. That shouldn't be happening. But right. So for me now, it's to keep that going, and it's by me sticking to that. It's just providing a healthier environment. At home, work wise, I'm clear in thought, and just better for everybody. Everybody that's look, everybody that's around me. We have good days and bad days. That's life, right? But for me, that's the big win is I have sustainable habits now that aren't mad. They're not out of the ordinary. They're just the stuff you should be doing anyway. But they're just second nature now.
That's it. That's it. So you've improved weight wise. You've got some good habits in place long term for you. So who else has benefited from you doing this program? Obviously, you've done the work for you, but who else has benefited from it?
I think we've benefited at home. We always would have eaten healthily, but we're making more of a conscious effort on that now. Even me being more organised, it's helping. I try to sit down with my eldest son to get him more organised and more structured from a study point of view and his training point of view. That's helping, to be fair. But I think people around me in general, I mean, calmer, don't jump in as much. Just everything. It's hard to probably hard to put into words really. But from a home point of view, which is obviously the most important, it's everybody's benefited. We always take time for each other, but we're taking more now because I'm more organised. I'm not running and racing around. I'm not lethargic when I come home in the evening. So I think I said to you previously, if I come home in the evening and I was due to go and do a spinning class or due to go for a walk or due to go over to the gym, I come home first, I'd have dinner, and then I'm too tired, let's
Not getting out. That's
whatever.
it.
Whereas now I come home, change, and I go, all right, and then I eat when I come home. And you're just it's huge difference. Huge difference. So little things like that. It's just benefited everybody.
Nice. Nice. That's really, really good. Really, really good. So if there's anyone watching this that's, is a bit on the fence, a bit, undecided, yeah, but I like what, I've seen all the results, blah, 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 but just not sure. What would you say to those people that are watching this, instead of just like saying just do it? What would you say to those people if you were able to have a conversation with them?
I think I've had a conversation with two people because they're both, two have spoken to you, I think. So I think the big thing for me is you're inquiring about the program for a reason. Okay, so you have to. What is that reason? Is it that I want to lose weight, or is there other stuff? Have things just got out of control where I don't know how to press the pause button and then restart? So you got to ask yourself, why do I want to do it? Okay, and then follow the process, and then take the pieces of the process that work for you, because they don't work for everybody. Not everything works for everybody. Everybody will take certain blocks out of all of the tasks, all of the activities that we have to do. People will take certain bits out of them that suits them. So, and again, it's not a diet, it's not a quick fix. Okay, it's just about follow the process through. And we've a saying, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So it's it works. And you look at the people that we had on the calls, all busy people, all busy people, busy professional lives, busy home lives, and everybody can take time out to do stuff. But I knew what I wanted. I knew what I needed to do. I just needed help in implementing that. And look, the calls on a Tuesday and Wednesday are sometimes like a counselling session, and I think the one-to-ones with yourself are very beneficial as well, because there are certain things that you mightn't feel comfortable speaking with in the group. Whereas if they come out in a one-to-one and you're talking those through, I think probably in actual fact, it's with some guys it's physical, but I'm assuming with other guys it's more it's the emotional stroke psychological piece that they're probably struggling with, that they need help with. And once that flick is switched on, then everything else falls into place.
Exactly. And sometimes it is just a simple thing, and then it's just like, okay,
Yep.
cool. Then it's like, yeah, that goes.
Yep.
So,
Totally. And none of us want to be overweight. None of us want to be feeling lethargic or not fit into, a nice shirt or a nice pair of jeans or a pair of shorts that you could fit into 2 or 3 years ago, right? I think I said to you, I'm back in not that you wouldn't be wearing shorts in Ireland now, but
Why
jeans.
not?
It's too cold.
I'm still in shorts.
But so little things like that, they're wins. They're real wins.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice one. Well, Michael, thank you so much for taking the time out today to speak about your experience. And please, anyone that that would like some questions, that they're intrigued about the Back in Charge Blueprint, please just comment below on this video. Or if you just want to send myself or Kerry a message, just send some message with the words "Back in Charge," and we'll be able to have a quick 5-10 minute chat with you, and we can see if the Back in Charge Blueprint is going to be the right thing for you or not. Michael, again, thank you so much. What you've done is, there was lots of moving parts for you at the time when you first started. For a lot of people, that would have been enough for them not to even get started. So for you, you should be really proud of what you have achieved. All right.
Thanks,
so
thank
thank